That was good stuff. But those were the days. Okay, Jesus is in the chat room. He wants to know, do we remember the Shogun line of toys?
Heck yeah, Shogun Warriors.
I don't.
There's some crazy...
And that may be because that wouldn't have been up my forte. The Asian toys, not my thing.
Yeah.
But you might.
Oh, yeah. The guy that I had was the Great Manzinger.
He sounds like he's from the Village People.
Yeah. Dude, he's awesome. He's the awesomest. Now, I didn't know if there was a... he's a big doll, basically. Oh, he's an action figure, right? Because he's not a doll.
No
See,
dolls,
if the doll
action
has a
figures.
gun, if the doll has a gun, it's an action
That's
figure.
right.
Get that straight,
That's
Dad.
right.
He's a doll. Yeah, this guy, he had like missiles all over him. He had a sword, and he could shoot rockets out of his fingers and whatnot.
Rockets, huh?
Yeah, and it's just this big guy. I don't know where he came from, or my parents bought it for me, and it was the coolest thing ever.
Now, what was if you can remember back to those days, Lenny, what was the one toy that you really, really wanted that you never got?
Maybe Star Wars Death Star.
Star Wars Death Star.
Uh-huh.
I think mine was, well, of course, the Atari. I never got the Atari, but...
You never got it?
I never got an Atari 2600. No, never
Holy
got one.
crap. What are you,
But
poor?
They just wouldn't buy me one.
Wow.
But the thing that I always wanted, and that was, it was kind of an expensive toy, the Atari, but the one that I wanted that wasn't that much.
It was like $100.
Well, back then, $100 was a lot more than it is now. But no, I'm talking like the cheaper toys, like the dolls and that type of thing, where it's not that much. The one thing that I really wanted that I never got was the Evel Knievel with the motorcycle, and you crank up the thing, and he shoots off the motorcycle.
You didn't get that? I had that too.
God, you had everything.
What the hell?
Yeah.
You didn't get that?
No, I never had. A neighbor had. I always wanted to do that, but
Oh my gosh.
I love that thing with the you crank it up and then he takes off on the motorcycle.
Yeah, dude, you should. You know what? You should buy all that stuff that you didn't have when you're a kid right now.
You've seen. Have you seen that that episode of Seinfeld? And they had the girlfriend that had all those toys from when they were kids. And they put her to sleep with Turkey, so they could play with all the toys. Oh yeah, that's what I would do. I'd buy it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's tempting. You know, Paige bought something on eBay, some toys she had when she was a kid. She wanted. I don't remember what it was. Some little giraffe cart or something. It's like for toddlers or something. She had it. And she bought it.
What?
I don't know, it was like a giraffe or something. It's for like little kids, not. I'm thinking it's like 2 and 3 year olds. That age group. It's almost like a tyke bike or something, but it looked like a giraffe or something. I can't remember exactly what it was called. I didn't have a green machine either, Jesus. I had a big wheel.
That's what I was going to say. We had that discussion. Maybe you should buy a green machine and cruise around.
You know, I think it's... Yeah, I never really wanted a green machine. I was happy with the motorcycle. I was happy with the big wheel. I did want the big wheel with the brake, but I was happy.
Oh, yeah.
I was happy with the original.
Pretty smooth.
Yeah.
But you had the big brake. I mean, you just turn, you stop the wheel.
You just lock them up. Yeah, you just lock up that big wheel. That plastic will stop you. And you want to wear shoes, because I did make the mistake one time, I remember this, of riding a big wheel down a hill with no shoes.
Oh.
And, my toe caught, and ouch. Owie. A little bit of blood. That really hurts when you're a kid, though.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
No, Jesus had one with brakes, of course. I guess when your dad is God, you can have whatever you want. Not fair. Not fair.
Creator of the universe. I think you're kind of obligated.
Yeah, man. Not. I guess there were other toys, but that was one that really stuck out in my head was the Evel Knievel thing. I always wanted that.
Wow.
And the Atari, I guess. Now you can buy just a joystick and it's got all the Atari games in it.
Yeah, you can buy the joystick and plug the joystick into the back of the TV.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
No more blowing into the Atari box. And
it'll have like 1,000 games on it, dude.
Yeah. It's got everything.
I almost bought that. I should look into it again. We could do that at work, man. Play combat on the TV in the break room. That would go over like a lead balloon.
Oh, yeah, it would.
Hey, what are you doing? Is there no work that needs to be done? Is there no oil that needs to be wiped up?
Oh, really? You guys got to do that?
Dude, yeah.
Oh, man. Lenny, you may want to come down here. I'm telling you.
They think that, I don't know, man.
I'll tell you, when we get done, I'll tell you some stuff off the air. You may be on your way down here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hot chicks?
No hot chicks, no, but it may be more your speed.
Do your job topless?
No, no topless jobs. We do have to wear better, or I don't say better clothing, but we have to dress
appropriately.
Yeah, we have a stronger dress code, it sounds like, than you do.
Yeah, it does sound that way.
All right, Jesus in the chat room wants to know our top 5 Atari games. Top 5 Atari games.
I like the Yars' Revenge.
I don't remember that one.
I like the Asteroids.
Of course, not having it, I wouldn't know them all. But the big one you got to pick is the Space Invaders.
Nah. The crazy thing is they had the, when Pac-Man was popular in the theaters.
Yeah.
In the theaters. Right. They did a Pac-Man, Atari Pac-Man, and it was like nothing like Pac-Man.
Oh, no, because he didn't turn. If he went down, he just stayed same direction and just moved down. And he didn't turn his head.
I'm pretty sure he did. It's just, there was something weird about it.
And the screen was blue.
The screen was blue.
Yeah, it was no good. And the dot, it was very faint dots that he was eating.
They were like wafers. No, they were like wafers.
They were like, they weren't like dots. They were actually like lines, like dashed lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was no good. It was no good.
I don't know if it's no good. I don't know.
It was different.
There's something about
it.
I
don't think the music was there either. Not sure.
Not sure.
And I'd have to put Ms. Pac-Man over Pac-Man.
In the
not on the Atari, but in general, the arcade version anyway.
For real?
Well, yeah, because Pac-Man didn't have anything. Ms. Pac-Man, you had little videos you get to watch after a couple screens.
Oh yeah. Oh, Pitfall was there.
Pitfall was kind of good. That was a cool one. I don't know. Tank Wars came with it, right?
That's Combat. Combat came with it.
Didn't Combat have tanks?
Yeah.
Was Tank Wars a whole different game?
Biplanes. It also had biplanes.
I know one. This is mine. And I think I'm not positive that this was on the Atari, but
he said Jesus said the biplanes. That's the San Francisco only version.
Do you remember the game? I think it was called Battlezone. I know it was an arcade game. I'm not sure if it was in the Atari. It was like a green 3D. You're driving a tank, yeah 3D, but just the outline of everything.
Yeah, 3D was just the
lines. Just the lines.
Yeah, just lines.
But it was really cool because it was 3D.
Right.
I don't remember if they had that on the Atari or not. It seemed like maybe they did.
I think in the later iterations, or later video games, as they got more advanced, or
Yeah. Asteroids was pretty good.
Asteroids is solid.
Yeah, but there was nothing to Asteroids graphically. It was very, very basic.
I like the fact that you could if it was getting too if shit was getting too heavy, you could do your shields for a short period of time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like that. I dug that.
I was never good at Asteroids.
Oh man, I flipped it over. That was the whole thing, flipping it.
Flipping the score.
Of
course, I never had the Atari, so I could only play in the arcade, and I didn't have a lot of quarters, so I could only go so long.
Yeah, I told my story about the Stargate Defender, playing Stargate Defender at 7-Eleven with all the money that my mom gave me to laundry with. Yeah, and then I made the declaration I didn't want Christmas. I didn't want to celebrate Jesus' birthday because I didn't deserve it. This is like it was not calculated this way, but that statement was made in the summertime. So hopefully Mom would forget by the time it got back to being Christmas again.
Yeah, that's funny. Do you remember the game we used
Missile
to play?
Command. That's Missile Command.
Yeah, I got that up there. She just wanted to know what Missile Command was called.
Yeah.
Do you remember the game we used to play in Nuke School, Lenny? It was in like the lobby of our barracks. And we had two different methods for playing.
Well, there's one where I ate a bunch of what are the zingers? I ate a bunch of zingers there. I had some zingers the other day. And then no. It was that game. I don't remember the name of it, where you fly a plane and you shoot the Afterburner, I think it's called. Afterburner.
You're flying the jet, and you get the stick in front of you. And they fly like down a river, and you're bombing things, and you're shooting down planes and blowing stuff up.
Oh yeah.
And you would shoot continuously. And I said, no, you don't. That's not how I do it, because that's not realistic. I would only shoot it when the target came up on the screen.
Yeah.
Very different methods. Galaxian was good.
Galaxian.
Galaga was a good one. Do you remember Breakout? I really like Breakout.
Nah, I'm not a big fan of the Breakout.
Super Breakout.
Not a fan of the Super Breakout. Too slow moving. And
then, the new one, it's kind of a new edition of Breakout. What was it called? I can't remember what it's called. Xenon
Pong.
Pong? No, it wasn't
It's
called.
all just a variation of Pong.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Sometimes the most basic games are the most fun.
No, they're not.
Sometimes. Yeah.
No, I just explained it to you. It's just Pong. And Pong is just some sort of crazy iteration of tennis. Nobody likes tennis.
Table tennis. It was table tennis.
Tennis is stupid.
I don't really get tennis, but
nobody gets it. Nobody likes it.
I tried playing it, and my butt really hurt the next day, so I did not play it again.
Table tennis.
Table tennis. That was the game. You didn't have tennis on those games. It was table tennis and squash. Squash. And I remember playing squash on that game. This is one of the original ones. It was just the black and white, and you got like 3 games on it. And the squash, I didn't know what squash was, but I knew if you hit it, and then it came back, it goes through your panel, and the other guy can hit it. And I didn't really understand how it worked, but yeah, squash was, and soccer.
Well, how do you play squash in real life?
Well, you hit it, and then the ball goes through you, and the other guy can hit it.
Right.
I don't know. Isn't squash the same as like racquetball?
That's what I thought. I mean, it's the same.
I don't know.
Same court.
It only takes one time to find out that it doesn't play like the video game. It can't go through you. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, and then they had the variation of soccer where they put up walls like partway down in the top and bottom of the screen. It was the same as tennis, but little wall made the goal smaller. And we had that when I was a really young kid, and then I didn't get anything again until computers came out.
Right.
Yeah.
What's another one? There's another one that I liked. Berserk. Remember that?
Berserk.
It's kind of like you're in a maze, and there's like, they always look like Cylons to me, like from the old Battlestar Galactica show.
Yeah.
And you just shoot them, and they try to shoot you, and you're running.
Oh yeah, I remember Berserk. And you kind of walked funny.
Yeah. Well,
did you have to aim your gun too?
I think he did.
Not like, it wasn't like you had full range of motion, but you had to kind of point it in a direction. Dig Dug. Oh yeah, Dig Dug used to be one of my favorites. Dig Dug. You remember that one, Lenny?
I know Dig Dug. Yeah, I thought it was kind of stupid.
Oh, I love Dig Dug. You blowing up the stuff.
But you're using A bicycle pump as a weapon?
You're underground making things blow up underground with a bicycle pump. I mean,
That's not realistic.
oh, you know what game was really cool?
What?